So guys, flip project, bought for £80,000. The refurb on this was a full renovation of about 37 grand. Let's show you around. So like I said guys, bought for £80,000. Excuse the crutches, I hit my leg last week. It's a bit of an awkward video, I'm not gonna lie. But this one's a full renovation, about 37 grand. So we're gonna be doing everything. This property is a full flip project. And typically our full renovations cost around about 34 grand. But because we're going for a flip spec, which is higher end spec, we're going to make the kitchen and bathroom and everything really nice. Also, we're going to be adding a bedroom upstairs. So currently a 2-bed, we're making it a 3-bed. So increasing the spec of the kitchen bathrooms plus adding a bedroom is going to make this property lovely. As you can tell, it's very dated in here. It's we actually completed on this purchase last week, and it's it's a standard flip project for us. So basically everything about this property is going to be renovated. We're not going back to brick. We're not going to go back to brick, but for what we need, we're going to replace the flooring, rip all the wallpaper off, going to plaster it, paint it, brand new electrics. Windows are going to stay because they're one thing that's not needed to be changed, but plastering, new electrics. When we actually secured this project, there was a tenant in here and lots of possessions, but we've got rid of those. So now we can really crack on, again, change the flooring. That door is going to stay as it is. But this is going to be a lovely living room space. And on this video, I'm basically going to show you the project, the refurb, the numbers, who the client is and why this even project came about and how they're going to benefit, what sort of returns they're going to be looking at, and importantly, the fact that they live so far away, I've never even met them. So as you can see, I'm a bit of a cripple right now, but ironically, like they never had to come here. We can do the work. The build team came here this morning before I got here to get a temporary electric supply in, which I'll show you in a second, so that they got electric and power. And the builder's quote is literally by here. So the build team is prepared and they're going to start work today, ready for the remainder. So let's get into it. So basically, as I said, flooring, electrics, that's obviously the temporary supply with emergency lighting, just in case for health and safety, because health and safety from a build team's perspective is important. I'm stuttering so I can't talk. Had no caffeine. Obviously got no electrics, plastering going down. Again, plastering on the walls as well. There's no wallpaper on here, so that'll be easier for the team as well. It's one big positive about the property is very structurally sound. So that means that obviously helps with renovation costs, because obviously a lot of our renovation is going to be internal. So cosmetic works, plastering, painting, kitchen, bathroom, etc. And yeah, obviously over here, we're going to replace the flooring on this, get all this changed as well, get this all, basically put a new staircase in there to make things easier and fresher, paint these bits as well. Because when you're doing flips, guys, you really want to have the end finish look really good. Because one thing that we do a lot of is buy-to-lets in South Wales as a company, because we are mainly a portfolio building company, not a flip company. But flips are similar, but also different. So if you're doing this as a buy-to-let, you want to think practical, you want to think end value and think, okay, you want a tenant in here, longevity. Whereas if you're doing a flip, you want to make sure that someone walks in here and they want to make it their home for the next 20 years. They want to grow a family here, build their foundations here. So you need to make it even nicer. If you're spending 30 grand on a renovation, spend 33 grand. Have that extra little wow factor, because you want to really impress people to walk in to make it to feel like their home, which is a whole different approach to tenancies. So that's one big thing, because we mainly do portfolio building. Because it's a flip, we want to go for the extra wow factor. So the flip will show that. And also, I was going to say, when you actually approaching these, just have the end in mind. Literally have the exit in mind with these. So as you can see, this is obviously the top landing area, small landing area. Again, the staircase we're going to get replaced, get it painted, get it freshened up, new flooring, new painting. The most important bit of this angle is the fact that we've got bedroom number 1 and bedroom number 2, because adding bedrooms is one of the fundamental value adds of this property. So what we're going to be doing is literally taking this area out, which I'll show you in a second. I'll show you this bedroom perspective. Taking this area out, making this walkway come in here, turn right. So we've got bedroom number 1, we'll have bedroom number 2 split through the middle, and then this will be bedroom number 3. So it's kind of like, I'll try to get the camera angle better on here, but literally it's currently 2-bed, gonna make it a 3-bed so that when someone comes in, they've got a kids area for babies, they've got a larger double room for their kids, and a master bedroom for their, for the parents. So everything is based upon the exit. So the area here is really good for schools, transport links and amenities, and it's only about 20 minutes away from Newport and Cardiff. So that, on top of having enough bedrooms that are spacious and everything for the type of buyer on the back end, really appeals to people. And the area itself is a really sought after area. And I'll go through numbers shortly in terms of what figure we're going for on the back end, so you can see the profit margins. But in terms of the actual logistics of this, again, 3-bed in a desirable area for a family. So bedroom number 1, ow, that hurt. I didn't mean to turn. So bedroom number 1, obviously the flooring in here we're gonna get changed. You've got radiators over here. This wall is obviously the wall going into, well, on the other side of that wall is obviously bedroom number 2. So what we're gonna do is have the corridor come into here. So take this area out, have that walk through. So through that wall and in there is gonna be bedroom number 2. Bedroom number 3 is over there in the box room, and bedroom number 1, I guess this would be. So it's kind of utilising the space. So a lot of this, when it comes to it, is when, as property investors, developers, what we look at is how can we add value, and adding bedrooms is a big one. So that's how we'll do this layout. Obviously in here we're going to be, this is such a bad idea for the crutches, going to be replacing the central heating. So this radiator is horrible, so we're going to get that changed. Obviously taking off all the wallpaper that's behind the camera, plastering, new electrics, flooring, all internal doors. Everything is going to be changed internally, literally everything. The windows are probably the only thing that aren't, and they just need to go clean, because windows are very expensive. If you don't need to change them, then why? So if you don't need to change things for your exit to be doable and profitable, why change them? So yeah, that's basically that. So windows are good, but pretty much everything else is being changed. And like I said, we're gonna take this out, make a partition in here so people can come upstairs, have a walkway, and then go, and then that's gonna split off into bedroom number 2, bedroom number 3, and that's gonna be a smaller bedroom, which I'll show you in a second. So bedroom number 2, obviously. A bit of a gothic feel for it, because it's so black, but it is what it is. So they've obviously, you know, this is obviously the wall to the other bedroom. I don't know how obvious that is on camera, but basically this is where the corridor is going to come in. Where the camera is, then we're going to have bedroom number 2. This area is going to be bedroom number 3. The most important query on our side at that time, when we were looking at this, was this window, because this window is single pane wood. Now, ooh, that's going to change anyway. From an EPC energy efficiency point of view, that is not good. We want to get that changed. So to have a legal bedroom, be legally called a bedroom, you need a window in there as you know, as one of the most important aspects. I hate that door. Definitely going to rip that out first. So from an energy efficiency, you need to have double pane plastic PVC windows. I'm not too sure if I butchered that sentence or not. Basically, you need it to be double glazed PVC plastic. So long story short, without completely butchering that sentence, this is going to be changed to a plastic. So it can legally be called a, number 1, a bedroom, because it's got a window in it. Number 2, it's going to have an EPC benefit. So an EPC is the energy efficiency of the property. And what we want is that all of our properties to be EPC C rated by 2029, because we expect from a rental perspective, all properties to be required for a C, and also from a selling perspective, a selling perspective for flips, I also push all the clients to do the same. So if you've got a C rating, it covers you on all bases, and you need an up-to-date EPC rating as much as your electrics and gas to sell a property. So basically from a longevity point of view, we're going to get that changed, because if you've got wooden or metal windows, get them changed for double pane PVC, because it will in the long run be better, and it means that you've got the most energy efficient window, and it means it's just better. So I hope that makes sense. If not, let me know in the comments if I completely butchered the way of explaining that, because I know it wasn't very good. But long story short, we're going to be changing that to a plastic PVC double pane window. Post refurb, we also get a new EPC done because that's going to allow the sellers to sell it effectively as well. And yeah, this is going to be the box room then, so you can come in, go straight. We can have the split off then. You can't see it, but get the radiator changed on there. The windows are quite good already. We're going to get them painted a bit cleaned up, but that's about that. Paint this. The irony of this, it looks weird, right, in my point of view. But once we plaster this, put new electrics in, and have new flooring in, that obviously we'll put new skirting boards in as well to freshen those up. But this, it's structurally very sound. It's a weird looking property. There's a few holes in the wall, don't get me wrong, but structurally, which is vital and expensive, it's actually pretty sound. So we're gonna not do too much with it, I'm not gonna lie, apart from just do cosmetics. So if you paint that wall, put new skirtings in, new architrave, plastering and painting, and the flooring, you pretty much do most of it. There's a few bits on the windowsill to get changed, but you can't see that on camera, but you get the gist of it. And obviously internal doors, because that door's annoying. So one of the downsides to having refurbs is the fact that sometimes there's no power, so there's no electric in this room yet. Ignore that, because there's no power to it. So it's kind of dark, so bear with me, so apologies for that. But essentially, to keep it short and sweet, this is going to all be replaced. The really good thing about down here is the size of it. So obviously this is the lower ground floor. So you got ground with the living room, you got the first floor, which is the bedrooms, and this is lower ground floor, which has got the kitchen. And we're going to basically replace everything in here. It's a really good size. Very happy with the size. Being that I do a lot of single units myself in terms of like single lets, family buy-to-lets, seeing such a large kitchen size is nice to repeat myself. So yeah, long story short, this is all, I'm not going to say nice again, Jesus Christ, but it's all going to be totally taken out. Good size, get a brand new kitchen in it, really good spec. And kind of like what I stemmed on from before was the fact that with our kitchens and bathrooms and specs, like specifications, so the standard we go for, you are spending another grand or so on the kitchen, on the bathroom, etc. You want to have a bit of a wow factor. You want someone to come in and feel like it's their home. And because you do, that's literally what you're doing. You're really providing a good quality housing for the area, making this beautiful home, and you want someone to come in the back end and see it the same way. So long story short, we're gonna really make this a fancy kitchen at the back end. Normally our kitchens are like, let's say $4.5 grand for a standard single let. This one's gonna be probably a bit more, but subject to the buyers wanting to do that, of course. But long story short, I'm excited. And also what I'm going to do for all of you guys is, because most of our projects are single lets, meaning that we normally buy them, renovate them, and then rent them out, so standard buy to lets, or for my own, it's going to be social housing projects, but same conversation. Because we don't get as many flips, we do a lot of flips, probably about 20, 30 a year. So from our point of view, it makes no difference. But what I will do is this is obviously a pre-refurb, I'll do a mid-refurb and post-refurb video for you guys, so you can all see the standard and spec we go for. I think that'd be really, really beneficial for you guys to kind of see, okay, you've got all these single lets we do. If we did a flip, here's what it looks like. Hope that helps. So yeah, that's cool. I think you guys will benefit from that. Obviously the windows are already good. There's a few touch-ups to do here and there, but nothing crazy. So the bathroom. This is a horrible looking property bathroom that I love. The reason being is the size of it. The size of it's really good. For me, I keep touching on size because with size, if you've got large enough space, you can then utilize that for your exit. You can then change it to how you want. With this, it's a perfect size to rip the flooring off, the bathroom off, the bathtub, rip the sink out, get the radiator changed. Everything about this is going to be ripped out, including the walls, the panels and everything. And then on the back end, you can have a nice white tiles, bright hard vinyl flooring, white walls on top of the tiles. You're going to have probably a standing shower here or a bathtub, depends on what the clients want. It's a good size to utilize what you need anyway. Radiator, toilet, wash basin, it's all there. The windows are ironically good as well. But yeah, we can get rid of these touch-ups here and there as well. So I like these. I think the size enables options, but at the same time we already know what we're going to do with it. So you got the internal door we're going to change as well, so everything is going to be changed here. So I'm not sure where you can see me, but here we are in the lovely kitchen in the garden. Jesus, I can't talk today. But yeah, basically just going to clear all this away, put a fence up here, clear all this rubbish out the way. I'll try to do a bit of a video walkthrough for you as well, but in reality, this is what we're looking at. Yeah, and basically just tidy up, because at the end of the day, every family loves a garden. So what we're going to do with it is just make it really nice and spruced up. Get rid of all this, just have a really nice grass laid with a fence up, and then title off that way. And obviously you can still continue water down it, you can fill it down, but I can't, obvious reasons. So that's the house. Hopefully you got some value from seeing it. If the camera angle's bad, didn't work, let me know, guys. I'm going to be doing, like I said, a mid-refurb video on this anyway to show you how it goes. But yeah, literally this project's probably going to take about 12 to 14 weeks to renovate, from rip out, doing electrics, plumbing, everything, and we can't wait. So the numbers on this are going to be bought for £80,000, refurb of £37,000, which is full refurb plus the additional bedroom and other bits and bobs. We expect to sell this one for, I would estimate, about £160,000. So pretty much doubling its value. And I think we can push for more, personally. I think with the area, with being a 3-bed, I think £160,000, even 162.5 maybe. Long story short, from a profitability point of view, we're looking at about 20% for the buyers. So the buyers live probably around about maybe 3 hours or more away. I could be wrong in saying that, but they live a fair few hours away. They don't want to ever have to come here. They want to come here. They're going to come here next month. I'll meet them here next month and do a video with them. But in terms of actually they need to come here, they don't. Like everything we do as a portfolio building service or property selling business, investors never need to actually come to the properties. That's the beauty of us existing. And in 12 to 14 weeks, this should be lovely renovated and a brand spanking new house, which you can sell just before Christmas, which is going to be cool. So long story short, the investors have invested about 150 into this. So let's say it bought for £80,000, refurb for 37, paying our fees, solicitor fees, stamp duties. They bought it all in cash, happy days. Let's say around about 150k all in, for example, as a rough average for this. So 20% of that is about 30 grand. So they're putting 150 in. We can potentially make them pre-tax around about 30 grand worth of profit. So that's basically matching a standard UK income, annual income, through just a flip alongside in the background. So that's the beauty of doing these flips. You could literally potentially make around about, even more potentially, but you can make over 20% returns from investing in projects just like this. So I really like them. I think they're really good. Obviously, we mainly do portfolio building. We help over 100 people a year build their portfolios, which means we do projects like this, but we hold them. Whereas this particular investor, wants to renovate to sell on the back end, which isn't a big difference. Just means that we have to go for a better renovation standard and invest in slightly different areas which are more expensive, because expensive areas have more profit, happy days, because they're much larger numbers. A note on that, guys, don't ever think twice about doing flips in cheaper areas, guys. I have a lot of people reach out to me. This is my advice for today. I have a lot of people reach out who said they tried to do a flip in a cheaper area, but if you've got a cheaper area that has 20% returns that you're going to profit, let's say 10 grand on, 15 grand on, if the market changes and then you can't make any profit on it, well, what's the point? You're going to break even. Whereas doing flip projects with projects like these, where you could potentially make 30k more, where you've got 150k or more to invest into it for a 20% return, then if the market changes and then you earn 15 grand because you started reduced by 15 grand profit, it's still very profitable regardless. So definitely look for different areas when you're doing flips to buy and hold. If you need help with this at all, reach out to us because we can have a call with you. The point of this video is to show the project, the numbers and everything, the returns, because making 20% return anywhere is very, very healthy. And very, very good. So if you want to actually do projects like this, whether you look to build a portfolio or do flips just like this, keep it on the channel, definitely subscribe and definitely like the video if this brought any value to you. And also in the description to the video, I've put a link. On the link is a link to the website. On the website, you can book in a call with us. So go on description, book in the link, use the link to book in a call with us. If this is of interest to you. If it's not, then don't worry. Like the whole point of doing this is to help people build portfolios or make money from property. So yeah, that's that, guys. Hope everyone's good. I can't wait to show you the mid and post refurb. I shall do a video with the clients probably in about 3 weeks, 4 weeks, where they can give their perspective on how everything's been with us. But like I said, if you want to get involved in projects like this, also guys, check the other videos on our channel where you can see what the actual post refurb standard we go for looks like. I've done a few videos where it's literally like, here's a project, here's a refurb, here's a client, and here's an actual post refurb. The refurb's completed, here we go. So if you relate that to this, you'll see the beauty of this one in 3 months' time. Hope everyone has a great day, great week, and speak soon.